So let me ask you something. Are you feeling stuck? You know, like you're putting in the work, you're grinding every day, but you're just spinning your wheels? Well, you're in the right place. We are about to dive into a 30-day experiment that is designed to completely transform your life. Seriously. Think of this as your own personal coaching session, all built around this incredible idea that Earl Nightingale called the strangest secret. But before we get to the solution, we have to face a pretty tough question. Why is it that so many people, good people, ambitious people, end up falling short? I mean, why does it seem like only a tiny fraction, maybe 5%, actually get what they want out of life? Let's just look at the raw numbers. And this right here just lays it all out. It's kind of shocking. Imagine 100 people starting out. They're 25, they're full of ambition, totally convinced they're going to make it. Now, let's fast forward to age 65. Look at this. Only one of them is rich. 4 are financially okay, but a staggering 54 are broke. Broke, relying on someone else just to get by. So what on earth happened to all that potential?
Well, the answer isn't what you think. It's not about a lack of brains or talent. The psychiatrist Rollo May absolutely nailed it with this quote. The real problem? It's conformity. It's just acting like everybody else. You know, getting up, going to work, coming home. Because that's just what people do. We're all moving, sure, but without any real destination in mind.
This analogy just captures it perfectly, doesn't it? Think about it. A person with a clear goal is like a ship with a captain, a crew, and a map. It has a destination. It knows exactly where it's going, and you know what? It's going to get there. But a person without a goal, that's a ship with no captain, no rudder, just drifting, and eventually it ends up on the rocks or just lost at sea. It's not about just moving, it's about moving toward a specific port. Okay, so if having a goal is the secret sauce, how does it actually work? This is where we get to the core of it all. See, if you look back through history at all the great thinkers, the philosophers, the prophets, the leaders, they disagreed on pretty much everything. But there was this one single point where they were all in complete and total agreement. And that's what we're about to uncover. The great Roman emperor Marcus Aurelius said it thousands of years ago. You had Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." William James even called it the greatest discovery of his entire generation. The evidence, it's overwhelming. And here it is, the secret, in its most simple, powerful form. We become what we think about. It's that direct, it's that simple. If you are constantly, day in and day out, thinking about a specific, worthwhile goal, you will reach it. And if your mind is just a jumble of fear and confusion and worry, well, that's the life you're going to create for yourself. And if you think about nothing at all, you become nothing at all. This isn't some kind of magic. It's a law, just like gravity. Your thoughts literally shape your reality. So how does this law actually work in the real world? The absolute best way to get your head around it is with this powerful analogy. Your mind is like a plot of rich, fertile land. It's a garden. And you are the farmer. Now listen up, because this is the most important part of the whole analogy. The land, your mind, it doesn't care what you plant. It's completely neutral. Just like the Bible says, as you sow, so shall you reap. You plant a seed of corn, you're going to get corn. You plant a seed of deadly nightshade, you're going to get poison. The land will return whatever you plant with just as much abundance. And your mind is exactly the same way. It will give you back success or failure, a joyful life or a frustrating one, based entirely on the thought seeds that you choose to plant and water every single day. Okay, so the theory is great, but how do we actually prove this for ourselves? This is where we stop talking and start doing. We're going to get practical with a 30-day test. Think of it as an experiment where you have absolutely nothing to lose and, quite literally, a whole new life to win. All right, here are the 4 big pillars for your 30-day test. It's not complicated, but it does require some discipline. You need a clear target. You need to ruthlessly cut out fear. You have to take control of your thoughts, moment to moment, and you need to commit to giving more than you get. Let's start with the most important tool you're going to have. This little card right here is your secret weapon. Seriously, get a small index card and write down your one single most important goal. And be specific. Don't be vague. It could be about your career. I am the lead engineer on the new project. Or financial. I am consistently earning X amount per year. Or maybe it's personal. I have successfully run my first 10K. Then on the back, write this powerful phrase. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and you shall find. Carry this card with you everywhere.
Look at it when you make up, a few times during the day, and right before you fall asleep. And here's the key. Every time you look at it, feel as though you've already achieved it. Live in that feeling. That's how you plant the seed deep in your subconscious. Okay, now for the hard part. This is where the real work happens. Because those negative thoughts, they are going to show up. Our brains are kind of wired that way, which is why only 5% of people make it. So when that little voice pops up and says, "What if I fail?" Don't argue with it. Don't fight it. Just replace it. Immediately, consciously, bring up that mental image of your goal from your card. When you start thinking, "Oh, but circumstances are against me," shift your focus. What can you control? You can control your attitude and how much value you provide. And don't get bogged down in the how. Just fix your mind on the what, your destination, and trust that the how will show up along the way. This brings us to a huge, fundamental law that most people get completely backward. We all want success, right? And we usually think success means money. But here's the crazy paradox. Success isn't about making money. Money is the natural result of being successful. This quote just perfectly sums up how most people think. It's like a guy sitting in front of a cold wood stove, shivering and saying, "Give me some heat, and then I'll put the wood in." I mean, it's absurd, right? It's completely backward. Life and business and success, they all work the same way. You have to put the fuel in first. So let's just break this down. On the one hand, you have the flawed mindset. It's a frantic chase for money. It's all about getting. But the successful mindset is completely different. It's about calmly and expertly giving. Your financial return will always be in direct proportion to the service you provide. We don't make money, we earn it by providing real value. If you're in sales, that means solving a customer's problem, not just hitting a number. If you're a writer, it's creating something that truly connects with people. Focus on the service first. That leads to success. And the money, it just follows. It has to. So here's your simple daily checklist. Every day during this 30-day test, at the end of the day, just ask yourself these 3 things. 1, did I look at my goal card and really feel my success? That keeps you on target. 2, did I catch those negative thoughts and swap them out for my positive goal? That's you tending to your mental garden. And 3, the big one, did I do more than I had to? Did I go the extra mile today? That's putting the wood in the stove. That's your daily practice. Now, let's be real. This 30-day test, it's not always going to be a walk in the park. You're going to have moments of doubt. Some days those negative thoughts are going to feel really loud. So what do you do when you feel like you're about to give up? Well, there's one very, very important rule. That's right. If you have a day where fear and doubt just completely take over, where you really truly lose faith in this whole thing, there's a simple rule. You start over. You hit the reset button and begin a new 30-day stretch. Now, this is not a punishment. It's all about building a new habit, a new mental muscle. And just like any muscle, it needs consistent training. The whole point is to get 30 times consecutive days of this new way of thinking under your belt. And what this whole process builds is persistence. But let's redefine that word. Don't think of persistence as just grinding and willpower. Persistence is simply the outward expression of your inner faith. Think about it. If you didn't have faith that your goal was possible, you'd never persist, would you? So to help build that faith-fueled persistence, here are 3 awesome, actionable tips from a psychiatrist named Dr. David Harold Fink. First, you have to stop running yourself down. Just stop. Stop tearing apart your own self-image. Second, you have to consciously pivot. Stop making a list of all the reasons you can't succeed and start making a list of all the reasons you can. And third, and this one is so powerful, you have to start acting the part. Start carrying yourself and making decisions like the successful person you've decided to become. You literally change your identity from the inside out. And as you live this new way, first for 30 days and then for another 30, it just becomes a part of who you are. Honestly, you'll look back and wonder how you ever lived any other way. You'll join that top 5%, the people who lead calm, cheerful, successful lives. And I want you to always remember this incredible thought from the newspaper editor Grove Patterson. You came from somewhere and you are going somewhere. Your life isn't an accident. There's a purpose for you, a stairway that was built just for you to climb. Your only job is to decide on your destination and start taking the steps. So, as we wrap this up, the final question really isn't for me, it's for you. You have absolutely nothing to lose by trying this for 30 days, and you have an entire life of purpose and abundance and peace to win. The fertile ground of your mind is ready and waiting. So what seed will you plant today? What's the one goal you're going to write on your card
right now.